Pancreas. Pancreas is partly exocrine and partly endocrine gland. The exocrine part secrete pancreatic juice and the endocrine part secrete insulin and glucagon. So remember, the pancreas consists of two parts. The two parts of pancreas are exocrine part and endocrine part. The exocrine part secrete pancreatic juice, endocrine part secrete insulin and glucagon. The shape of the pancreas, it is J-shaped gland. It corresponds to L1 and L2 vertebra, which at this vertebral level it lies. So next, if you look the parts of the pancreas, if you look the shape of the pancreas, okay, it is J-shaped and consists of head, neck, body and tail. Pancreas consists of four parts. The four parts of pancreas are head, neck, body and tail. So if you look in this figure, we look into the relation of the pancreas. So head of the pancreas, see this is the head of the pancreas. The head of the pancreas is situated within the concavity of the duodenum. You can see it is situated. See, this is the duodenum, what you are seeing, the concavity of the duodenum, and here is the pancreas. So, the head of the pancreas is situated within the concavity of the duodenum. The head consists of one more portion, the part what you are seeing here. It is called as the uncinate process of the pancreas. Posteriorly, the head is related to a vein, this vein, the largest vein in the human body, inferior vena cava. Posteriorly, it is related to inferior vena cava and one more is bile duct. The constricted part, this one, what you are seeing, that is called as the neck. The neck is a constricted part between head and body. Posteriorly, the neck, it is related to portal vein. You learn that later, okay. One more vein is a portal vein. Posteriorly, the neck is related to a vein. That vein is called a portal vein. Okay. Next, you will see the body of the pancreas. The body of the pancreas is anti-related to the stomach. Posterior, it is related to aorta, that is called abdominal aorta, left kidney and left suprarenal gland. Okay, left kidney and left suprarenal. You can see a left kidney with the left suprarenal gland. So posteriorly, it is related to abdominal aorta, left kidney and left suprarenal gland. The tail, you can see here, this is the tail of the pancreas. The tail extends into hilum of the spleen. This is the spleen. Hilum of the spleen in a peritoneal fold called lienorenal ligament. It is accompanied by artery. You can see the artery running here, the tortuous, that is called as the splenic artery. So, the tail of the pancreas is related to hilum of the spleen. Okay. Now, when you look structurally the pancreas present pancreatic acini which secrete pancreatic juice. Then one more, the endocrine part of consists of cells called as islet of Langerhans cell which secretes hormone, the hormone like insulin and glucagon. It secretes the hormone called as insulin and glucagon. Applied anatomy. Diabetes mellitus. What do you mean by diabetes mellitus? Deficiency of insulin which is characterized by polyuria. So diabetes mellitus, insulin production, if there is a deficiency in insulin production, so what will happen? You have seen, no, in the case like diabetes mellitus, there will be polyuria, polydipsia and polyphagia, glycosuria and hypoglycemia. The patient are susceptible to infection which are quite resistant to treatment. So know how the diabetes mellitus is called, because of the deficiency in the insulin production. If there is a deficiency in insulin production, will lead to diabetes mellitus. Okay. Next topic we are looking, that is called as the spleen. So if we look into the location of the spleen is situated in the abdominal cavity. See what the organ you are seeing here, that is the spleen. The spleen is situated in the abdominal cavity along the long axis of the 10th rib. Say there is a 10th rib, long axis of the 10th rib. Okay. So you can see spleen comes under lymphoid organ. It is a lymphoid organ connected to blood vascular system. So the main function of the spleen, it is graveyard for RBC. So the graveyard or the graveyard of the RBC, it is by, or destruction of the RBC is by spleen. So you can see the location by external features. If you look, see it is related. Can you see the long axis, it will correspond to 10th rib. Okay, so when you look into the external features of the spleen present and expanded, you can see the expanded anterior end and the pointed posterior end. Spleen consists of expanded anterior end, this is the end, okay, and pointed posterior end. It is convex, you can see this way, convex diaphragmatic surface which is related to diaphragm, and the level of the, you can see it is related to 9th, 10th and the 11th rib. So the diaphragmatic surface, this surface, it is convex and related to rib 9th, 10th and the 11th ribs. Okay, see here, external feature 2 ends, 3 border, 2 surfaces, 2 angles and the hilum. So you can see the 2 ends we have told, this is a hilum of the spleen, the surface, diaphragmatic surface, you can see this is diaphragmatic surface, this is a visceral surface. See, you see in the visceral surface there are some areas, okay, depressed area, they are called relations, we will look into that. And this is the hilum of the spleen, and borders are there, the borders of spleen are superior border, inferior border and this is intermediate border. There are 3 borders of the spleen. Okay, see here, you can see the border, anterior, posterior, superior, inferior, intermediate surface, diaphragmatic and visceral surface. Okay, now in this figure you look the visceral surface. In the visceral surface of the spleen, it shows following impression. So we look into impression there. The larger one, the impression using this impression called as gastric impression. The gastric impression for the fundus of the stomach. This impression, it is related to fundus of the stomach. Next, renal impression, it is related to left kidney. Colic impression for the left flexure of the colon. And next, when close come here, this one, the tail of the pancreas extend into lower part of the hilum. So you can tell hilum, the hilum is related to tail of the pancreas. So visceral surface of the spleen, it is related to gastric impression, renal impression, colic impression and pancreatic impression. Okay, gastric impression for the fundus part of the stomach, renal impression for left kidney, colic impression for colon, hilum, it is related to tail of the pancreas. You have seen, no, pancreas, no, the tail of the pancreas, it is related to hilum of the spleen. So these are 2 surfaces you are seeing, and a diaphragmatic surface here, one more is visceral surface here. Okay, you can clearly see here, these are the larger one, gastric, renal, colic and the hilum. Okay. What do you mean by splenectomy? Spleen is partially liable to rupture in fall and automobile accident, and bleeding from it is difficult to control, and splenectomy means removal of the spleen is called as splenectomy. Splenectomy is surgical procedure that partially completely removes the spleen. One more is a splenomegaly, that is enlargement of the spleen during infection such as malaria and typhoid is called as splenomegaly. In malaria or typhoid condition, there will be enlargement of spleen, that is called as the splenomegaly. So here we have learnt about 2 topics, one is pancreas and one more is spleen. Pancreas, learn about the parts of the pancreas, head, neck, body and tail. head with uncinate process. Then learn about the relation of the pancreas. The two parts of pancreas, one is endocrine part and one more is exocrine part. Learn endocrine part, it is insulin production. Then next the topic spleen, function of the spleen, that is a graveyard for RBC. Then relation like diaphragmatic and visceral relation. Learn visceral relation of the spleen detail. Gastric area, renal area, colic area and the hilum of the spleen, which is related to tail of the pancreas. So learn this. Okay, thank you.